Welcome to Cinema Bites, your go-to for movie recaps in a flash. Big twists, epic moments, all in just minutes. The film begins with a gymnast named Tinja, practicing while her mother Lee is filming her. They joke around and play in front of the camera, and we learn that Lee is very famous on social media, documenting her daily life with her husband and children. While Lee is filming, she hears a noise of something banging against the window, so Tinja goes to see what it is. Suddenly, a crow flies into the house, flapping around everywhere and causing chaos, which frightens Tinja. Lee tries to catch it, but fails. At that moment, Tinja throws a blanket over it and manages to catch it. She takes it to throw it outside, but Lee refuses and asks her to give it to her. As soon as Lee takes it from her, she breaks its neck and kills it, believing that a crow entering anyone's home is a bad omen, and therefore it must be killed to rid them of its evil. Tinja is very scared of what just happened. Afterwards, Lee hands the crow's body to Tinja and asks her to throw it in the trash, which Tinja does, feeling very sad because she loves birds and animals. At that moment, she hears a dog barking nearby, so she goes to see where it is and finds a new family that has bought the house next to them. She sees a little girl playing with her dog, and they start to get to know each other. The girl's name is Rita, and when Tinja tries to play with the dog, it bites her. Rita apologizes for what happened and asks Tinja to be friends and play together. Tinja agrees. Later that night, we see Lee singing to her little son, Mito, to help him sleep, but he gets very upset because he is used to Tinja singing to him before bed. At that moment, Tinja enters his room, continues to sing to him, and he becomes very happy and falls asleep. Afterwards, Tinja goes to Lee and watches the latest video they filmed, which she really likes. She starts telling Lee about their new neighbors and mentions that she met their daughter Rita and asked her to hang out together. However, Lee refuses, saying she has a competition coming up and needs to train hard to win. Tinja feels upset and goes to her room to sleep. Suddenly, she hears the crow's sound again, gets very scared, and goes to the trash can to check on the crow she threw in. To her surprise, she doesn't find it and hears the sound again, so she goes to look for it, walking through the forest. She sees it lying on the ground, injured, and tries to help it fly. During this time, she notices a bird's nest nearby and finds an egg, starting to think that the egg belongs to the crow. Not wanting to leave it alone in the forest, she decides to raise it and takes it home. The next day, Tinja goes to the gym where she trains, but she is distracted and unable to focus on her practice. Her coach notices and scolds her, telling her that at this rate, she will lose the competition. After practice, Tinja's friends ask her to go out with them, but she refuses, saying she needs to train more. They laugh at her and leave. Afterward, Tinja leaves the gym and runs, feeling very upset that she didn't go out with her friends. When she returns home, she discovers that Lee is very fond of Tiro, the guy who is fixing their house's electricity. She sees them standing together and feels very upset and shocked when she realizes she saw them together. Tiro takes his equipment and leaves. Later, Lee gives Tinja a dress to wear for her competition, and Tinja thanks her. At that moment, Lee tells Tinja that Tiro is just a friend and that there is nothing between them, asking her to keep this a secret from their father Jack. Tinja agrees. Later, Tinja holds the egg and hears a sound coming from it, confirming that it is about to hatch, which makes her very happy. The next day, we see Tinja filming Jack while he is cooking, waking him up and interacting with him normally. Tinja is sure she doesn't love Jack and is cheating on him with Tiro, so she decides to tell him everything. At that moment, Jack is sitting listening to music and playing his guitar, and when Tinja goes to talk to him, he ignores her, indicating that he is busy. She leaves and goes back to her room to check if the egg has hatched, but she is surprised to find that it has grown larger than before, and she worries that someone in her family might see it. She cuts open her teddy bear and hides the egg inside. Later, she goes to practice, but she cannot train well and falls on the beam. Lee begins to cheer her on, but the coach gets angry with her. At that moment, Tinja is surprised to see her neighbor, Rita, also training in the same place. The coach asks Rita to demonstrate a move in front of Tinja, and she does it very well, making the coach happy. The coach then asks Tinja to be like her and learn from her, which frustrates her. Tanya starts to resent Rita, feeling overshadowed. After the session, the trainer leaves Tanya to practice alone, but she continues to struggle and cannot perform the move, and lead to hurting herself. After many attempts, Tonga succeeds in performing it and is very happy with herself. Anyway, at night, Tonga succeeds. She sits next to the egg and philosophizes, her hands on it, and she feels something moving inside it, so she becomes worried about the matter. At the same time, Leah is sad. This is because of the injury in her legs that prevented her from continuing to play the gymnastics game. We know that she is pressuring Tanya to make her a champion, and thus she will achieve what she could not achieve at the time. Tanya is not able to sleep, so she goes to talk to her about their new video. She likes it so much and informs her that she does not love Jack, and she tells her that she really admires Tiro. She feels that she is happy while she is with him, and she tells her that she has decided to live with him and will leave Jack. Of course, when Tanya hears these words, she gets very upset and does not want her to be away from them. So, Leah knows that she will take her with her. Anyway, after that, Tanya returns to her room. She loves the egg and keeps crying and telling it about everything that happened. When her tears fall on the egg, it starts to hatch, and a strangely shaped hand comes out of it. Tinja gets very scared and goes to hide in the closet and keeps watching the egg through a small opening and sees a giant bird coming out of it that looks very terrifying. Tinja tries to escape without making any noise so that it doesn't know where she is. Suddenly, a bird appears in front of her, and Tinja is scared of it. The bird starts to scream strangely, and Jack hears it, thinking it is Tinja. He calls out to her, and while he is distracted, the bird breaks the window and quickly escapes. At that moment, Tinja comes out of the closet and covers the eggshells on her bed before Jack sees them. Jack then notices the broken window and asks her what happened. Tinja tells him that a crow hit the window and broke it. The next day, Jack goes to remove the broken glass but sees blood on it, confirming that the bird injured itself while escaping. Later that night, Tinja is sleeping when she hears the bird at the window and approaches it, trying to make it leave, but it enters the room. Naturally, Tinja is very scared of it. However, she notices that it is trying to communicate with her and doesn't want to hurt her. She sees a piece of glass stuck in its foot, so she understands that it wants her to help it. She gets closer and removes the glass for it. The bird screams and seems to be in pain, which scares Tinja, and she closes her eyes and philosophizes that it is so smart and copies her. She touches it and keeps getting closer to it. The bird makes her pat it, but it doesn't hurt her. At that moment, Tinja realizes that this bird is a female, so she decided to name it Allie. So she realizes that it is dirty. She takes it to the bathroom and starts cleaning it at first. It is very afraid of the water, but it gets used to it and keeps playing and is very happy. At the same time, Mito arrives and keeps knocking on the door. He is about to enter and see what happens, but Tanya quickly goes and prevents him, then returns to her room and lets Allie sleep under the bed and sleeps too. And after a while, she wakes up to the sound of Rita's dog barking, so she gets very upset with the noise it's making, and then she continues to sleep. Then Allie feels the exact same feelings as Tanya, and she is also upset with the dog, so she went to get rid of it. After a while, Tanya wakes up from her sleep, terrified, and the reason for this is that she was dreaming a nightmare and philosophizing. Rita's dog was next to her on the bed, so she starts to think that she is the one who got rid of it and starts to be very afraid of it. And the next day, Tanya takes Rita's dog and keeps hiding and burying it in the garden of the house and is very upset. Then, Mito is standing at the window and watches her burying it, and then Tanya returns to her room and sleeps next to the bird under the bed. Then Jack goes to her and smells a very strange smell in the room. He thinks that the smell is Tanya's smell, so he goes to clean her room and take a shower. Anyway, the next day, Tanya arrives at a bird shop to buy food for Allie. There, she meets Rita and her friends with whom she spends time. At that time, Rita asks if Lolly has a bird or not. Tanya knows that she will buy one soon, and that is why she was bringing it food. At that time, Rita asks her to go back home together, and Tanya agrees. On the way, they keep talking and are very happy. At that time, Rita takes out flyers from her bag for her lost dog and asks Tanya to help her find it. This upsets Tanya very much and starts to feel guilty. She tries to hide from her what happened and does not let her know. When Tanya returns home, she gives her a gift because she is regular in her training. She loves it, unlike Mito, who is very upset because Leah is interested in Tanya. Then he saw Mito's posts about the dog with Tonga. He quickly left the house and brought the dog's body and left it in front of them. At that moment, they were all shocked by what was happening. Mito says that he saw Tonga burying it in the garden yesterday. He told them that she was the one who finished it off, but Leah got very angry and did not believe him. Mito lay down and made Tonga fall to the ground and walked away. At that moment, Allie is in Tonga's room, the same feelings as Tonga, and of course, she was very upset with Mito. Anyway, on Mito's way to his room, he saw a shadow of a person in Tonga's room. He picked up his toy mask and went inside to look for him. When he went down to look for him under the bed, it reached out and cut off his mask. At the same time, Tonga felt the same feelings as Allie, and she still acted in the same way and made up. It was strange. When she saw her, she tried to calm her down. But when Teng got out of her situation, she quickly went to her room and kept yelling at Allie, knowing that she wouldn't let her hurt her family. At the same time, Leah heard her, so she was very surprised when she found her alone in the room and asked who she was talking to. She gave her a hard time and told her, "I was talking to myself." But of course she didn't believe it. She kept searching the room, but she didn't find anyone. When she opened the closet, she saw that the dress she brought Teng as a gift was completely torn, so she scolds her and decided she wouldn't bring her any more gifts. At that time, Teng hid her in the closet, but Leah couldn't see her. At night, Teng locked her in the closet and kept punishing her for what she did. She kept screaming to get her out, but Teng was upset with her. However, she still gave her food, but when she refused to eat, Tenga noticed that Ali's hair had started to grow and continued to do so until she found that it had turned yellow like her hair. The next day, Tenga went to exercise and watched her, but she still got upset when she found that Rita was better than her. After Rin finished, she went to Lee and yelled at Tenga in front of Rita, telling her that she had to exercise more to win the competition. Tenga got fed up that Rita was better than her and that Leah always compared her to her. At that time, she refused to go with her like every day. She smiled and returned home with her mother. At that time, she felt a mixture of Ting's feelings of anger toward Rita, so she went out of the house and went to her place. She kept walking behind her and tried to make up as soon as she saw her. She tried to run away, but Leah attacked her. At that moment, Tenga came to her in the exact same state and knew that the one who attacked Rita was very scared. When Tenga returned home, she searched for Ali, but didn't find her. Feeling very worried when she sees its perch has fallen, she gets scared when she realizes it was attacked by Rita. The next day, Lee insists on taking Tinga to Tiro's house to spend the holiday together. She lies to Jack, telling him they will go to their beach house. After a while, they arrive at Tiro's house, and Leah tells Tinga that she will enjoy her time very much. But Tinga is also feeling upset. She is hiding from Jack, that Leah is betraying him, and she feels guilty. At that moment, Tiro comes to her and welcomes her. The important thing is that he takes her and introduces her to Mia, Tiro's daughter, whose mother died while giving birth to her. At night, Tinga is very scared of the place and can't sleep. She's surprised when she sees Ali at the window and wonders how much her appearance has changed, becoming more human-like. She lets her in and allows her to sleep beside her. The next day, she receives a call and is shocked to find out that Rita is in the hospital and in critical condition. Tinga takes Ali and goes to visit her. Tinga is shocked when she arrives at the hospital and sees Rita, who is severely injured with her hands amputated. She feels guilty because she raised Ali, as she was the cause of everything that happened. Suddenly, Rita wakes up, and as soon as she sees Tinga in front of her, she screams loudly, which scares Tinga, and she leaves the place. After a while, Tinga returns home, breaks down, and starts yelling at Ali and hitting herself. She feels the pain from hitting herself, so she holds her hands to stop her, then hugs her and comforts her until she falls asleep. After a while, Tinga wakes up and is shocked to find that Ali's appearance has completely changed and resembles her exactly. She doesn't understand how this happened. Soon after, Tiro gives Tinga a gift and tries to get closer to her and make her love him. Tinga thanks him and shows him the gymnastics moves she learned, which makes Tiro very happy. At the same time, Tinga hears Ali's voice and goes to see what is happening. After a while, Tinga is sitting with Ali in her room. When Tiro opens the door, Tinga quickly hides. Tiro sees Ali eating in a strange way and, of course, thinks that Ali is Tinga and asks her why she's eating like that. But Ali runs to him, looking like she wants to attack him. However, Tinga goes and quickly closes the door, preventing her from getting to him. After a while, Tinga apologizes to Tiro for what happened so that he doesn't discover that she is raising a predator creature in the house. Tiro indeed forgives her. After that, Tinga continues training in the garden. She gets frustrated when she fails to perform the moves properly. At that moment, Mia starts crying, and Leah hears her and goes to calm her down. Tinga feels very upset and begins to feel that she is relying on Mia more than on herself. As usual, Ali feels the same emotions, so she gets upset as well. After a while, Leah takes Tinga to the competition, and Tinga is very scared. She wants to take Mia with them, but Leah refuses, and Tinga doesn't get to go. She starts performing the moves in front of the judges, but she feels Ali as she's about to finish. Ali falls from a high place and breaks her arms at the same time Ali feels the pain and cannot harm Mia. The important thing is that Tiro arrives at her location and sees her, so Ali quickly runs away, and he is sure that she wanted to harm his daughter. At the same time, Mia is very upset that Tinga lost the competition, so she takes her and they go back home. At that time, Tiro gets angry with Mia and tells her that their relationship is over and that he will not allow Tinga to harm his daughter. Leah is very surprised by his words and tells him that they were at the competition and Tinga was right in front of her the whole time. But Tiro does not believe her and kicks them out of the house. At night, Mia is on her way home and is very upset that Tiro abandoned her. She keeps banging her head against the car until she gets injured and bleeds. When Tinga arrives home, she finds Ali waiting for her by the window. Tinga goes to her and asks her to stay away, but Ali tries to force her way into the room. So, Tinga throws her off the roof and Ali continues to suffer. At that time, Tiro is in the garden and sees Ali, of course thinking she is his daughter Tinga, so he is very surprised that she is outside at such a late hour. He takes her to her room and sees her going into the closet, thinking she is doing that because she is affected by her loss in the competition, so he has to leave her and goes away. After a while, Mia goes to her place and unfortunately finds it messed up, so she takes her to clean it up. She starts brushing her hair and is shocked when she finds it breaking in her hands, and her head keeps bleeding. At that moment, Ali gets angry and attacks her, scratching her with her claws. During this time, Tinga comes to their place and pushes Ali away from her. She's shocked when she sees the two of them in front of her and doesn't understand what is happening exactly. At that moment, Tinga keeps yelling at Ali, asking her to leave and stay away from her completely. But Ali gets angry and keeps screaming until her face splits open, and she leaves the house. Later, Tinga tells Leah everything that happened, including about the egg she found in the forest, so she calms her down and decides to kill it to get rid of Ali's evil. She goes and takes a knife, and they both start searching for it in the house. Suddenly, Ali attacks Mia, and she falls to the ground, trying to finish her off. But at that moment, Leah stabs her in its legs. Tinga feels Ali hitting her and continues to suffer greatly. At that moment, she goes to Mia to finish her off. But we find out that Tinga still loves Ali because she is the only one she used to talk to about her problems, and she felt very comfortable talking to her. So she tries to stop Mia from hurting her, but Mia accidentally kills her, and Tinga is shocked by what happened and breaks down crying for her. At that moment, Ali is affected by the blow and continues to suffer, but after a while, this pain goes away, and Ali's appearance starts to change to Tinga's. She stands on her feet and talks to Tinga, as if she is the new version of Tinga, and the film ends. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get more new videos. See you next time.